So in the last video, I set up this black water tank. It is full of driftwood. It is looking awesome. Now just with the Petco, I got 2 more plants. I got some Amazon sword here. I just dropped the whole pot down there. And then I got some floating red root stuff here. I'm not even sure what it's called, but I'm going to plant that towards the back just to add some red to the tank. That will be awesome. But we also got the first fish. All right, it is time to release these fish into their new home. All right, so there is the first 10 fish in the blackwater tank. This was the blackwater tank, and I took everything out. Took all the water out, took all the wood out, and I'm no longer doing a blackwater tank. The blackwater tank was cool. It looked really good for the first few days, but after that, the water got so dark I couldn't see anything. All right, so I got all the wood out, all the water out. I cleaned the soil, and I just planted all the plants I got. All this stuff has melted from the last tank. You're not really supposed to move plants after planting them, but I'm kind of, I'm learning, all right? I'm learning. I messed up, didn't like the tank, so I'm redoing it. So I'm going to fill this up with water. Oh, by the way, I got all the fish right here in this tank here. This is the filter from here, so it's full of beneficial bacteria. This sand is the sand from the beta tank, which I have the beta in here now. Everything got moved around. So I did keep one piece of driftwood from this tank, which was the twisted tornado looking piece. I'm going to boil it as much as I can. I just boiled it 3 times. I'm going to see if it's releasing any more tannins. If it's not, it's going to probably go in this tank or maybe even a bigger 10-gallon tank. It's a temporary home for these guys. The driftwood tank looked really cool, but it just got dark so fast and I couldn't really see anything. I was like, man, this kind of sucks. So changing my mind, I'm gonna go with plants. I may go buy more plants tomorrow, but for now, this is what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up this tank now. I may just fill it up just to here, just to get enough water over all the plants, and then I'll be able to plant more. All right, it is time to get some new fish. I know I need or want some more Johannes for the cichlid tank. So I know I want some neon tetras. I may get a few guppy as well. We'll see what they got. We'll shop around. Look at this guy. He's so cute. We're gonna get some fancy guppies. We're gonna get female and males, so they have babies. Buy 3, get 1 free. We're gonna take full advantage of this sale. All right, leaving the first store. I got 3 bags of fish there, and now we are at the next store, Petco. The last store did have the fish I wanted there, but they were sick, so. All right, here are the other tetras I wanted to get. And I may even get some black neon tetras. Those look pretty cool. Oh, it was these. I want some of these too. These are awesome. Buenos Aires tetra. I don't know what those are or how to say it, but I'm getting some. Those are cool. And what the heck are these? Aluminum plant? Got 2 of these. This guy right here. Alright guys, I am home with the fish. I already dropped in the plants. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop in the fish bags. We got quite a bit here. We're gonna drop these in, let these guys acclimate to the tank water. And I will be filling this up all the way. Looking nervous as crap, which I understand. An hour of my driving, anyone will be nervous as crap. Yeah, buddy. More cichlids, baby. All right, these guys need to go up here. I forgot I was gonna make a plant. Yeah. All right, our first yellow one going in. I'm gonna let these guys acclimate and then we will drop them in. There's a filter hiding back there. I also went and got more sponges for the filters, so we'll have better filter sponge. And this one here, and then of course this one here as well. Also got some lava rock in there to build up some beneficial bacteria. This filter will be going back in this tank here. So I'm gonna plant these guys all along there, move all these red rooted plants back there. And then I got this Anubias. I'm gonna take that out of the pot and propagate that as well, cut it up, make multiple different plants. And I may just glue it to some of this lava rock and then just drop it down and let it sit in there and grow. It is time to release the fish. 4 tiny little neon tetras going in. And again, these guys will have way more color. They just have to get comfortable, get used to the tank. And the last 4 fish, we got 4 female guppies. Go have all the babies you want. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this big mess of water I just spilled on the floor. And then we'll go ahead and plant all these plants. I almost forgot about the cichlids. We need to drop these guys in. Welcome home, buddies. Got some new friends to beat up. And now the electric yellow. That guy looks so freaking cool. Again, these guys look pretty light, but they will get just as dark as that guy. Well, they're not fighting. They're just slowly chasing each other around. That's good. How's the yellow guy doing? We gotta make sure they don't beat him up. So now we only have 1 white and only 1 yellow. So next time I go get more fish, we'll get 1 more yellow and 1 more white. And I think that will be our limit for this tank. With this many, hopefully they won't fight. Look at him, stressed out. All right, there is the fish put into the tank. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the light. Let these guys get used to their new home. One last look at them. Do that yellow one with the black on them. So sick. Yeah, buddy, we got more fish. Just look how awesome that looks. Hard to see the white with the lighting right here, but I saw this in the tank and I asked the lady, what are these? And how much they were, and they were cheap too, like $4 a bundle of 3. Should have got more, but I think we're good with 6 stems. Aluminum plant. First time I saw them at Petco. I was gonna plant these right in the back. Oh, look at that. That one was already propagated. It grew 2 stems. We're already ahead, boys. Joke's on Petco. Actually, the joke was on me because I did some research on these plants and they are not fully aquatic plants. Apparently this happens a lot. Petco will sell some plants in their tanks, fully submerged, and they are not fully submergible plants. Now this aluminum plant here, it's a temporary plant. It will last underwater for 30 days, and then after that, it will start to die. So later on, I actually took these plants out because I don't want plants in here dying. And I learned a valuable lesson. Always do research on the plants you buy before buying them. But I am new to this hobby, so lesson learned there. So once again, the joke is on me. Now I just need to propagate the Anubias. Let's go ahead and fill this guy up. What are you doing, Samantha? Being sweet so you can eat my fish? I know your games. But before I propagate the Anubias, which may take time, I'm going to go ahead and fill up the tank all the way to the top. So all these new fish have a lot of water to swim around. Alright, so I just got this filter set up. I took one of these sponges, cut it in half, and then shoved it in here. I cut slots in it to go around these plastic lips. And then on the inside, I got some lava rock to collect beneficial bacteria. So that is the filter setup. Now we also have a 125-gallon sponge filter right here in the corner. Is this second filter necessary? Probably not, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. I keep these fish safe as possible. This tank has been here for probably a month and a half. It's cycled, it's good to go. It has a bunch of beneficial bacteria already, but you know, just to be safe, why not? Got the divider up here for the floating plants so they won't get pushed into the filter. We'll go ahead and set this back up. We'll hang it on the back and turn her on. So I got this filter in place and turned on. You can barely see the water coming out, but that will filter the water. Now I also went ahead and threw on some potho plants. They're just sitting on the edge right now. I'm going to be making some DIY plant holders for this and for that tank as well. Plants in the tank, all the fish looking freaking awesome. I like this already way better than the black water tank. Maybe. I like the fact that I know for a fact these plants will grow and not die. So these guppy are already loving the pothos, just hanging out in it. All right, quick update on the aquarium. So first off, I moved the filter. It was over here, moved it over here. So now we got both filters on this side, and I put up this divider over here. So all the water activity is over here, and none of these plants are getting pushed around too hard or pushed down underwater. So that is good. Also, I made this little DIY plant holder here. Kind of hard to see with all the plants in there, but there is that holding a bunch of pothos. We got more pothos over here and over here. Now, you saw me have to take out the aluminum plant because apparently it wasn't a aquarium plant. So what I did was I just threw it in between all these pothos. You'll see one here, here, and right there as well. Speaking of new plants, let's go to the store and go buy way more plants and more fish. All right, so I got all those plants in the tank and it's just not full enough. So I am back at the stores and we're gonna go buy more plants. We're gonna buy a crap ton of plants today. I'm also picking up more fish tanks. They say multiple tank syndrome is a thing, and it is. I kind of started out with multiple tank syndrome. Yeah, I did, for sure. But we're getting 5 more tanks today. They're all 10-gallon tanks. They'll be in a row just on one shelf, so it'll be pretty cool. But we're getting those today. We're getting probably some more fish today. And then, of course, we're getting some plants. A lot of plants today for the 5 new tanks, 10 gallons. And then, of course, the planted tank I'm already working on in this video here. So I am here at the first pet shop. This is a local pet shop, so they have floating plants, unlike all the big chain stores. So let's go in here, get a bunch of floating plants, check out the fish, and have a good time. Lots of floating plants. Wow, look at that hibiscus. That's a beautiful man. All the duckweed you could want if you want it. A bunch of dwarf lettuce here. We're definitely get a bunch of that. I'm gonna get plants for my tank and my mom's tank. So, like I said, we're loading up on some plants today. The fish hiding back there is pretty cool. We're gonna grab some more soil for the new tanks and some flourish. All right, first stop is a success. I think we got 4 bundles of different types of plants here. And then we got 3 dozen of this dwarf lettuce. So now there's no water in here. Usually they give me water, so I need to go get some water and then put those guys in water so they don't die. I do have an ice chest in the back of the truck. Still full of ice, not good. We need to get all that out. That was just the first stop. Now we're at Petco, and I was here earlier and they got in a new shipment of plants, so we're about to go crazy and go buy a bunch of their plants. Yeah, they are completely full. Good to see, good to see. And then they also got plants inside all the tanks as well. So we're gonna pick out what we want and load up. We need to find some cool fish as well to throw in the community tank. I know I'm gonna get some of these guys. I said that earlier, or the last time I came here, and I totally forgot to grab some. So like I said, I am getting my mom some plants for her tank, and her tank doesn't have soil. So she can't have any plants, like stem plants that go into the soil, any rooted plants. So I'm gonna get her a bunch of anubias that can just sit on a rock. And then of course the floating plants we just got back at the other shop. Those will be for her tank, and of course I want a bunch of anubias in my tank as well. Let me get 2 of these guys right here. And then I'll take 2 of the plants that are right behind it, the tall green ones. Let me get 2 of those. Yeah, 2 of the suction cups. That one you have right there is good. This one? Yeah. And then I'll take this guy right here. And then I'll take this one and back here in the pot. grab this guy. Yeah, this hole. All right, bag number 2. We got 3 bags of plants. We got a crap ton of plants, and we just got a really good deal. I'm not gonna say how, but we got a really good deal, guys. Trust me. I'm going back in now. I'm gonna go see if I can find some fish I want, and maybe more plants. I don't know. I was expecting to pay a whole lot more money for that, and what I paid for it was kind of crazy. Before we go back into Petco, though, I want to get all these plants inside the cooler here. I asked the guy to throw in some water in these bags, so we got water now, and this is the same water these plants came from. So I'm gonna empty out all these bags real quick. Hold on. 7 stems. Jeez, that's a lot of stems. And I'm pretty sure the guy didn't charge me for these, and these are 10 bucks a piece. Guy here, 6 stems of that. Insane, guys. This is crazy. But it's actually in a cool little pot. That's for my mom's tank. She can just sit down at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and dump out all this water just so these plants have something for the 1-hour drive home. We're still going to other fish stores as well. All right, bag number 2. So many plants, guys. This is awesome. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stems in that one plant. Let's go ahead and throw in the plants from the other shop in here as well. The floating plants as well. I do need more water. This is not good. We need to keep these plants wet and moist for the drive home. All right, I'm gonna go back in, probably buy more plants, because honestly, I should have paid double, if not triple, of what I paid. And hopefully we can do that again. All right, so I just talked about how I forgot to grab those fish the last time I was there. Well, I just forgot to get them again. So, oops. But I did get 15 or so other fish, and then 3 more of the Anubias plants. So, got that. My phone died while inside. Also got a 10-gallon tank, which I'm gonna get 4 more tonight off Facebook Marketplace. Very cheap. Got some more substrate and just some other aquarium stuff at Petco while my phone died. But we're back at the new place here, and I have a $50 gift card here, so we're gonna get $50 worth of fish here. So maybe even more. Let's go inside and go check them out. So I am looking at the fish, and I noticed this fish right here. So first thing I noticed was his red eyes. I was like, oh, that's a cool fish. And I started looking around. I noticed that is the only fish in this tank with red eyes. All the other fish have normal eyes and darker stripes, and this fish has red eyes and not so dark stripes. So this fish is different, and not only is he different with red eyes, but he's like following me around. It's like this guy wants me to take him. So I'm definitely getting this fish right here. And then I also saw some guppies as well. I'm gonna get 4 more females, and then probably about 5 or so more male guppies. So I just got the fish, and now I have a 1 hour and 10-minute drive to go pick up 4 of the 10-gallon fish tanks off of Facebook Marketplace. So those are $10 a piece. Now I could have bought brand new ones for $15 a piece back at Petco, but I figured, you know what? Buy these used ones that still look good. She said she's cleaning them right now. And then save 20 bucks, and then buy this brand new one here. And in a way, it's almost like I got this one for free, since I saved 5 bucks on each tank buying them off Facebook Marketplace. So let's go pick up those new tanks, not new to me tanks, and that will give us 5 10-gallon tanks to make an awesome little rack of 10-gallon fish tank. I'm not sure what I'm doing with these guys yet. I'm just gonna set them up, probably put soil in a few of them that I bought today, put some plants in them, and just grow them out. Right now we are growing out plants. I am now home, got the fish acclimating to the water. It is about ready. We got 3 more neon tetras, 3 more black neon tetras, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the glow light tetras. Those look really cool. They just need to get their color back. So we got 4 female guppies, and then 5 of the random assorted guppies, but those all look pretty cool. This time we got yellow, mostly yellow. We did get an orange one right here as well. Here we have the random fish with the red eye that I have no idea what it is. The store people didn't even know what it was. They just charged me for a different fish that was pretty cheap, so I'm happy. But if you guys know what this is, let me know in the comments. And then in this bag, we got 3 Romy nose tetras. Now I wanted 6, but the guy was having so much trouble catching them. I was like, all right, catch 3 and we're good. So we got 3, but may have to go get more of these in the future just to give them like a full-on school of 6 fish. But here are the new fish we're gonna be adding to the tank. They should be ready, so let's go ahead and add these guys. New fish, baby. I'm definitely stopping after I put in these fish because that's already quite a bit. They are all small fish, but still, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to constantly be doing water changes. So the 1 red-eye fish, 9 more guppies. That fish looks freaking beautiful, man. These guys look really cool. They just need to get their color back. Alright, that is going to be it for the fish for now. Remember, I got those 5 10-gallon tanks in my truck. So I will be setting that up probably over here somewhere. I need to move all my fishing tackle and then set those up along with like this, just right next to each other. And then we'll have 5 10-gallon tanks right here. And I may separate some of these breeds into those tanks just to have them separated. And I don't know, I do like having a community tank, but we'll see how they do. So now that I got all, oh, by the way, these guys, they all got the color back. When I first put them in, they lost all their red. And the red is back. They're looking freaking awesome. But I still have all these plants that I just bought to plant now. So I need to, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this water about halfway down, clean up the substrate, get all these dead plants out, and then we will plant all these new plants. We have a ton of stems, so we will definitely fill up this tank this time. Pull out all the artificial. We most likely won't need that anymore. And then fill her back up and we'll see how she looks. Adding the baby dwarf lettuce to the tank. I already gave my mom all hers and all her fish, by the way. This stuff will have to settle and straighten back out. It's had a bumpy ride on the way here. Let's just say that. There is more floating plants added. I went ahead and dropped in all the potted and the weighted plants in here. And then the rest are just in this tank to keep them in water. I'm gonna do the water change, drop it down about halfway. And then we can start planting all this. We have a lot of stem plants. Honestly, I was waiting to fill it up with plants to hardscape it and everything, but I'm pretty sure we have enough plants now. I could throw some rocks in there. I don't have very many cool rocks though, that's the only issue. I don't want to use these are boring. And we already kind of used the rocks in the cyclo tank here, so don't want to use the same rock. God, look how big that root is, dude. Insane. Buying plants from your local shop is so much better than ordering them online. Whenever I ordered my red root floaters, they literally came in the mail with no roots whatsoever. It looked terrible, but right off the bat, these just look awesome. I was draining the tank and pulling out all the artificial stuff, and I just found this little plant right here. I did not pay for this one either, so I don't know where it came from. It may have been stuck to one of these plants, but it was just sitting right there. All right, so I'm gonna be starting with the Anubias just because it's easy. I'm gonna take it out of the pots, trim them, probably cut them in half, and glue them to lava rock, just like I did with the first Anubias I bought right here. Let's go ahead and do that with these plants. Unfortunately, this guy lost a few leaves on the way here. We're down to 1 leaf on this whole Anubias. That's cool. The last leaf just fell off. And this guy's really soft, so it's probably dying. That sucks. Well, at least I didn't pay for it, right? I mean, some of these I didn't pay for. God. Well, first plant was a dud. These did not die or lose any plants, so hopefully these are a whole lot better. Okay, this one's actually hard. Not soft and mushy and dying, so that's good. It sucks that we're down the whole plant though right from the beginning. I guess that explains why the leaves fell off so easily on the way here. Alright. Now we have 2 separate Anubias plants. Dude, that piece looks so good. So now what we're going to do is take some lava rock, which I already got out of the filter here, and glue those pieces to the lava rock. And then just sink them down to that corner, and we'll have a little corner of Anubias growing there. So I'm kind of liking how it's sitting right there. So that is where I'm going to glue the plant to the lava rock. I'm putting the glue on the plant first. Just got the first plant glued to some rocks, and this little piece right here looks so freaking awesome, dude. Let's go ahead and drop it into the tank. This guy's gonna sit up like this. The bottom of the rock will be kind of buried in the soil, and then the roots will kind of go into the soil eventually. We'll drop it down into our little Anubias corner here. I'm sure these will get moved around once I really start planting them, but the reds, the greens. First one done, and now we got this guy here. 3, 2, doesn't need a countdown, not that serious. Okay, so instead of this one Anubias plant growing 1 leaf per month, now we'll have 2 plants growing 2 leaves per month. Well, 2 leaves per month instead of 1 from this one plant now. So last 2 pieces of Anubias going in. I really like Anubias, I just wish it grew faster. 1 leaf a month ain't doing it for me. There we have a little Anubias corner. Those will most definitely be moved, especially when I throw hardscape in here. Speaking of that, before I plant all these plants in here, I bought this at Walmart. So this, I don't even know what this is. It's like a fake rock, and then it grows live plants, apparently. When I first saw this on the shelf, it said $12. So I was like, okay, that's worth it. I'll try it. And then when I rung it up, it was $17, and I was like, do I really want this now? I was like, $5, we'll get it, we'll try it out. So I'm gonna throw this in here and see if it actually grows live plants. If not, then we just bought a $17 fake rock. Contains real seeds, and the success of its growth can vary based on your aquarium water conditions as well as other factors. But I am treating this tank with a leaf zone and flourish, and we have a 3-inch soil base. So there is no excuse for this live plant rock not to grow live plants. Let me move these plants. I'm not supposed to do this, but we're doing it. We're moving plants, and I'm just gonna move all this fake artificial crap out. In one of the 10-gallon tanks I just got, I'm going to be growing a carpet, and I would like to have like the first 3 inches of this or 4 inches of this carpet, but it all depends on how good I can grow the carpet. Never done it before, so we'll see. I actually meant to go grab some hair grass today when I was buying plants, and I didn't, because the hair grass they had looked horrible. Alright, so I just got the rock here in front, and I'm going to start planting these stem plants here. Now, I don't know what this is. It wasn't labeled in the store, and I'm new to this plant game here, so I don't know that many names of plants yet. I'm learning, but I will get there. But I'm going to separate all these guys and start covering the back over here, this back corner, and kind of hide that heater with the plant. I'm going to move the rock so you guys can see me plant this real quick. And shout out to my friend who gave me these big tweezers. This will make planting these plants a whole lot easier. Alright, so right now they're kind of leaning, but once they get used to the light being up here, they will all stand straight up. Alright, the next plant going in, Cherus bunch, Egeria densa. These plant names, man, someone's got to redo these. These are bad. So I roughly counted, and I just added about 35 stems to the tank. I moved all the Anubias right up to the front because I like seeing it the best. Got the rock there. Now I planted all these over here all separate, but this plant looks really good all together. And I saw a video where people are burying the whole entire rock wool, so I think I'm gonna try that with this plant here over in this corner. Alternanthera reniki. Got the pot off. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks awesome. With all the greens and red mixed together, that plant had to stay together. I feel like I've added so much to this tank, and I still have a ton in this tank here. Well, we still got more room back in here. I am avoiding this area back there where the shadow is because obviously no light is getting there and it won't grow. Alright, let's go ahead and fill up this area here. Another thing too is I want to add a vinyl to the back of this aquarium so we're not getting this bad glare from the gray wall in the back. I feel like the tank has definitely gotten cloudy. I can see a bunch of little particles all in the water from all these plants, but the filters will take care of that, clear it back up. So I got an idea for this last little area. I'm gonna throw the artificial little tiny plants right back into this spot and then put the stem plants around it. And that once these plants grow, that might make a really cool little area for maybe even like baby fry to go into once these guppies start doing their thing. And these freaking neon tetras, they have a lot of babies, so I think it'd be a good little hiding spot for all the little babies to hide in these little plants. So, and it'll just make a really cool little area. So that's the plan. Alright, got the artificial grass in there, and now just to build the wall of stem plants around it. Alright, she is officially full of plants. Now this is not decorated, it is not designed, it is not hardscaped. This is just a ton of plants thrown into an aquarium. Now what I'm going to be doing is letting all these plants grow over the next few months, propagate them and have more plants. And then we can fill up the 5 10-gallon aquariums with all these plants. So that's it guys, I'm going to fill this back up, throw in all the floating plants there back in, and then I'll show you all the finished product. It's looking awesome with all these plants. Now it will take a few days for the plants to stand up straight, and then once they stand up straight it'll look a whole lot better as well. But yeah guys, I am stoked with how this came out. We now have a very planted tank and I'm happy about it. The fish look awesome. That guy is like fluorescent green. That thing is beautiful. Focus camera. Camera does not want to focus. Sick. We got a ton of fish in here. We got a ton of plants in here. 2 filters, pothos on top, aluminum plants on top. We got duckweed, red root floaters, vanilla. I don't even know what we got, guys. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. We got baby dwarf lettuce, and then we got this guy here, which I forgot what it's called. Sylvania, maybe? I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't recording, but I just dumped a whole cap full of the flourish. So it's treated with flourish. So these plants should thrive. There's no reason they will not thrive. And so should the fish. Alright, so it is about 2 days later, and here's how the tank is looking. The water has cleared up pretty good. All the fish are doing good. The plants are looking better. Besides this guy right here. But melting is expected. These guys will melt and then eventually come back. But yeah, I am loving this new tank setup. Loving all the plants. When I walk into my room and see all this green, it just looks so awesome. All the fish are looking good. They got all the color, looking freaking awesome. But yeah guys, that is it for this video. Kind of a long one. I mean, I went and bought a bunch of stuff on different occasions, so it took some time to get this tank set up, but she's all set up. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.